Wong. First of all, canola. How many of you guys have priced canola for 2011 now? How many have priced more than last year this time? Only one guy? Wow. $11 canola, what are you guys waiting for?
20.
Anyhow, just keep in your back of your mind, there's going to be a pile load of yellow fields out there next year. A pile load. 2010, largest Canadian canola crop seeded, but only the second largest on record harvested because of rain damage, plowed under, or taken out because of all that moisture. Weather problems throughout the growing season, except up here in the Peace Country. And too wet in the prairies, too dry up here. They're talking millions of unseeded acres. We'll find out on Friday how much of that went to wheat and how much went to canola. This China situation, last year around this time, they threw that black leg restriction on us, and they're supposed to go zero tolerance on August 1st. They didn't. They kept the black leg tolerance levels as per, where we could still ship into 2 ports in China. So that's still, that's been extended. So we are shipping into China. This is the one that's really helping our canola prices, strong U.S. soybean exports. China banned the import of Argentine soybean oil this year. They got PO'd at them because I think there was some kind of fabric they put tariffs on coming into Argentina, so they said, screw you guys, we're the big boys here, we're not buying your oil. So we had large carrying stocks of canola, 2.123 million tons. Our Canadian crush capacity has really increased. Excessive rainfall results in late maturing crops, which got nailed by frost. So a lot of low quality canola out there this year. What else happened? We had a record U.S. bean crop. Unprecedented U.S. soybean sales to China. Just unbelievable. They didn't have enough ships to move their corn to some of their destinations. Bean oil futures have reached a 2-year high. And then of course I mentioned that frost September 17 and 19. And until Friday we will not know how much we actually produced. And that will be transcending if it's out of what the people expect. The crush is well ahead of last year. This is a canola crush map. The red dots are actual, the white dots are projected. But you see on a per 1,000 tons per day, we're way above what we were at this time last year. Crushing a lot more. There's a lot more money right now being made in canola oil. A lot of it's going to China, and of course our regular customers is the EU for biodiesel to Germany. So I'm going to just take you back. This is where we came from. Record 2008 crop just drove our prices down like crazy. China entered our market, bought 6 million tons that year. Really shot our prices down, up from $8 back to $9, $10 a bushel. Of course, we decided to grow our second largest crop on record. So what that happens there, punches our prices right down. We come a bit, and all of a sudden, that China bans our canola right here, pushes us down. Then we went sideways. The only reason we went sideways last spring was because of the strong U.S. bean sales. I've talked to a lot of guys at this time in the spring, canola prices in the fall were $8.50, $9 a bushel, and they were signing. Because despite a lot of canola in our bins, it still penciled out the best. So guys are signing 9.25 contracts for fall delivery back here when we were just basically going sideways. There's nothing wrong with that because everyone knew we were going to have a huge crop last year because it was still the best crop to pencil in. But what happened when we started seeding? Started to rain. Unseeded acres, frost hit us. There was strong canola demand and this unprecedented soybean sales. In the last 6 months, we've shot up like crazy. So you can't kick your ass for signing a contract for $9 a bushel because no one saw this coming. You know, $9 a bushel with 17 million acres in the ground wasn't a bad price. But that 17 million got really punched down because of all the rain. And then no one expected the U.S. and China to keep on moving beans and selling beans. Where are we going forward? There's a lot of, this Chinese interest rate thing is in there. The other big one that's starting to build up is La Nina in South America. That's the warm southern hemisphere waters. It's supposed to bring cool conditions to North America next year, hot and dry to South America this upcoming winter. And what it's supposed to do to the southern Pacific, Australia, has already happened. Argentina is getting showers from what I've read. They're just finished seeding. Generally, they're October, November is their seeding period. Their growing time between now and the end of January, so we'll have to watch to see what weather does. But El Nino is in place. If it does what it's supposed to do, and Argentina gets that drought, we could be in for big, it's going to make it very volatile. So we're not sure where canola is going from here. You'll notice here these lines are getting bigger and bigger. That means there's a lot more volatility in the marketplace. Prices are really starting to jump around. Richard, what did canola do today?
It was up 10 or 12.
January canola up 11.70 today. It was up 2 or 3 yesterday. It was down 10 on Monday or Friday. It's going to be volatile like that because of all this other outside information that's affecting us. I'm just assuming maybe the funds are starting to get back into the market again. They got out when China had their interest rates. They had already made profits, so a lot of those funds got out. Markets dropped. China came back in and bought up some more, and the funds might be getting back in. So here's our S&D table. These are the numbers to look at. Right now, we think we have 10.43 million metric tons of canola produced. That will, I'm not saying probably, that will go up on Friday. And that may go up, they're saying anywhere from 11.4 to 11.6 million tons. So since this last estimate in October, they'll probably punch that up another million, at least 1 million tons. Total exports this year is projected to be around 6 million. The crush is projected to use 5.5 million tons. Already we're saying that's too low. We might go get up to at least 6 million. Which brings us down to 1.1 million ton, what we call carryout. If we hit 1 million, that's going to be very, very tight. Right now, from what I'm reading, even if we add 1.1 to 1.2 million tons onto this total production this year, it may not affect the marketplace. We're already expecting that. It may be factored in. And our movement has been very good, so we'll find out on Friday. And like I said, the December numbers are going to become the official trade numbers that the world will look at, because that's our final report from Stats Canada. They'll make a few adjustments for it, but I don't think they get thrown in until next June. So this is what the numbers the world will look at when they come to Canada to pick up buy canola. U.S. soybeans, is a couple of numbers to look at. Here's their record crop from last year, here's the record crop this year. However, you see what their exports have done. Oops. 30 million, 31, 34, all of a sudden 40, 41. They've just been doing things like crazy. They thought they had an ending stock of 721 million metric tons. No, they really downgraded it to 265. That's what happened the day before Remembrance Day. That's why our markets almost went limit up. USDA came out with that ending stock number.
Is it like 2.65 versus 4.1?
Oh yeah, 2.65. Oh no, yeah, sorry. I got the dot in there. Yeah, there should be a dot right there, right? So that is very, very tight. And that's why we have to watch South America this winter. Because if they get the low average or expected production, that will start what we call rationing, where only the people that they're going to just drive prices nuts. So it's going to be very volatile. World soybean supply, the same thing I wanted to show. All of a sudden we went from 225, 229, 220 usage up to 252. The world is using a lot of beans. People always ask, why does China buy so many beans? Their red meat is pork. Pork means protein. Their protein is coming from beans. So they also have 1.4 billion people that use vegetable oil. They don't want to use palm oil anymore, so they're using bean oil and, of course, canola oil. So the usage has been increasing, so that's very strong. And that's going to just keep on going forward.